The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their stories.
Hello and welcome to the Power Platform Podcast on the road to Scottish Summit 2024 in Aberdeen. I'm Paddy Byrne, one of your hosts, and my co-hosts are...
Rex de Koning.
Hi, Anna.
And we're joined today by... Would you introduce yourself, Tricia?
Hi, I'm Tricia. How far do you want me to introduce myself?
We'll get the full intro in a second, but first Anna's going to dig a bit deeper into who Tricia Sinclair is.
So one of the things that we do in this podcast is we do an icebreaker, and that means that we investigated some information from you, and we found like some very interesting things about yourself. And one of the things that I want to ask you, and if you can share it with us and with the rest of the people listening, is how many lipsticks do you own? Please.
It can be an estimate.
No, you could no. You have no idea. I've seen it in person.
Approximately over 300, but I have given some away. So like I feel like the collection is getting more manageable, and it's now down to just 4 drawers.
Good. Okay.
I'm lucky I have 4 drawers. No, I have 4 drawers of lipstick of the one thing.
Oh my god! Like I have a makeup addiction, and I know that it's fine. It's cool.
You should do reviews on the makeups you use if you haven't already.
I actually had this thing. I was thinking of doing talking about contact center whilst doing my makeup. But I just don't think that people would really pay attention to that. Like, when you watch makeup tutorials on YouTube and they have the makeup thing whilst they talk about true crime, I could do makeup.
You should do that.
I just don't know if it's gonna pick up. But it'd be great.
I want to know more about this lipstick fetish thing that you've got, Tricia. What is your favourite shade? Are they called shades first? Are they called shades?
Yeah, I have
Yes.
I have all the different shades. I tend to go by collections. Right now, because it's summer, I'm more into like glosses. So I'm more into like the Fenty glosses. Fenty's just launched a new gloss bomb lip balm yesterday. If you don't know, now you know. But their gloss bombs are amazing, and I love the Pat McGrath the lip glosses from Pat McGrath. They're all really nice, really plumping, really hydrating, and they have like natural colors for guys who don't want colors on their lips. That's totally fine. Or for girls who don't want colors on their lips, they have clear lip glosses, and it's amazing.
So we can agree that you have a passion for makeup, right?
I do. I love makeup. It's like, I think if I wasn't in tech, I would really, really try to be a makeup artist.
How do you say it? MUA?
It would be Tricia Sinclair, MUA.
Oh, right. And you also have like some interesting it's not only makeup, but you also like some other stuff, right? I remember when we went out in Hamburg, you tried some flashy things.
There's a lot of stuff that I like, but I don't know.
It was so good. We went to buy some stuff, and she was wearing like glittery. She tried on a lot of glittery dresses, and so
I
cool.
do love my glitter. Yeah, I do love glitter. This is true, but I think that's also why I like makeup, because it's like glitter is shiny, it's sparkly. Who doesn't like glitter? Who doesn't like sparkle? Who doesn't like joy?
Okay, so we got the right information from the icebreaker for everyone. Thank you so much, Trish, for sharing this fact. And I'll hand it over to Rex.
Okay, well, we had a really short introduction well, basically only your name. For the people that don't know you, well, they know now you like glitter, you like lipsticks, you like makeup. But yeah, to buy those things, you probably need to do some work now and then.
Just a little bit, just a tad.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your daily life and what you're doing in the community?
So, what I do in life, my actual day job is I work at Avanade as the European customer service contact center COE lead, which means that I act as the main SME, supporting deals and supporting projects that are implementing contact center and customer service. I'm also in community, a Microsoft MVP aligned to customer service, coincidentally. And I am one third of the Microsoft Pub Quiz team. That also includes Andrew Bibby and Keegan Stanton. And I am the founder of the Power Platform School that I organize alongside Mazel Mombishora and Alison Mulligan.
Very nice. And that platform school, Power Platform School, can you tell a little bit more about that? Because it's very
Yeah, absolutely. So, what the Power Platform School aims to do is kind of bring more equity to tech via enabling people who are, how'd you put it, not as equipped in terms of resources, in terms of, you know, awareness to get into tech. And I obviously am back. Just in case, I don't know if you can actually see me if you're listening or you're watching, but I am a Black woman and I have lots of cousins and I can see a lot of course, inequalities. So what I did was I created this as a platform to allow people who looked like me to be upskilled, mentored, and trained into tech, and then be placed in companies who can then actually increase their device like their diversity and learn from these mentees that we have. We are growing and we are scaling out. So the although the Power Platform School really works on Black minorities, the template is now there, and we're working with other groups that are also minorities in tech to enable them as well via their organizers. So basically, it's kind of like build once and then share across in more of a what do you call it, like a franchised model. So that's now what we're working on this year. So it seems to be a bit quiet for Power Platform School, but we're actually working very diligently behind the scenes in order to ensure that we can scale and we can get bigger and enable even more communities. So that's really what we're working on now.
I think
very.
that's a fantastic initiative. What I think is really exciting about that is that we obviously heard through the community about the Power Platform School when it first started in its first year, but now, is it 4 years now? 4 years later, it's been on
It's
for.
now 4 years, so this is
Four
the fourth
years.
year.
We're starting to see people in our company and in the community who have had great success through the school, found a new career, and are now leading and building teams within large corporate organizations, which I think that's fantastic. I was speaking to someone a few months ago about that, and they were telling me about it was about a session. He was looking for some help on a session for Scottish Summit, and he
Yeah.
told me about his Power Platform School journey, and I was like, "Well, that's your session. That's you don't need to talk about tech. That is fantastic. How he came through the Power Platform School, and now he's heading up a full on Power Platform team for a big four organization. I thought that was just phenomenal.
Yeah, we've had some really good success stories. And it's really that we want to keep going. But the way it's been, it's very we've only been able to take 10 pupils per year. And we want to kind of enable more people to get the benefit, right? So we definitely want to scale using the same model so we can have more stories like the one that you mentioned.
I think that the fact that you are also thinking not only about the minorities you work with, but also providing that template or that structure to maybe other minorities that are not identified with your group, and they can, it's kind of the success of one community shared with other communities and making sure everyone is involved and has equal or as equal opportunities as possible. So that's
Yeah,
great.
thank you. No, I found that a lot of other communities, they have the interest, but maybe not the know-how.
Yeah.
And also they might not have necessarily the time to really work on getting all the volunteers, all the training, everything set up. So the fact that we have a library of volunteers, we have the training organized and set up and available, really we're hoping that they can spend the time on just investing in their own communities to mentor them and just to make sure that they're okay. And then we'll work with them to take care of the rest.
That's very good. That's very good. I'm really happy about it.
So
Good.
Tricia, Scottish Summit 2024 in October. It's not going to be your first rodeo. You've been to Scottish Summit in the past.
I
Have
was
you
there at
got
the first Scottish Summit. I have not missed one yet.
excellent, excellent. So you must not be short of any sort of tales from Scottish Summit past. Any highlights, funny moments, anything that you can share with us that's happened at previous Scottish Summits?
I don't know. I have so many highlights. Um, I think one of my highlights is I don't know if people are aware of Mark Christie, but the
Probably.
first my first Scottish Summit was actually I would say my first actual speaking engagement in community was the first Scottish Summit. And a lot of people don't know this, but like I did another session and I was like, I will never speak again. I hate it. And it was because like I wasn't speaking about a topic that was near and dear to me. Like my company asked me to go and talk about project operations, which is I can do it, but no one really likes project ops. Like it's there, but it's not my passion. At the time, like my passion was DevOps. Like I basically taught myself DevOps. I was running through DevOps processes at my company. That's what I wanted to do. And Mark was like, why are you talking about project ops? You should talk about something that you're passionate for. And he was like, no, I'm going to put you in and I'm going to make sure that you talk at this event that I'm doing and you're going to do this and da, 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 da. And so Scottish Summit, like it wasn't Scottish Summit then, it was like Dynamics 365 Scotland, right? I actually still have the t-shirt. I actually have the polo. And I will always keep that polo. And that was like when you're talking, like, and I remember when I did it, and my parents were there as well, actually. My parents came with me, my mom and my dad. And I talked about DevOps and that rush that you get because you're in your zone, you know what you're saying, and you're comfortable with your content, and you're just going, and the audience is asking questions, and then you're vibing off them, and they're vibing off. That was epic. So that's one highlight I always remember. And then, of course, I can't forget my quiz team. That's always a highlight every year. That is literally what I look forward to.
We never mention the quiz on this podcast, do
No,
we?
I think you're the first one that mentioned it. We never hear other
No, we
about
mention it
it.
every episode. I make sure we speak about that every episode because I'm part of the winning team 3 times.
And we
Um,
trust me, there's so many good questions coming this year. I really hope you all have been studying because
we
there's some
do.
changes
I
and
know. I know. I remember one about, yeah, the one we
Mm.
talked in Hamburg. Yeah, that
those
changes.
changes
So
are coming and I hope you study.
Yeah,
we
so I
will.
mean, we have spoken about the quiz a lot, but we always tend to, it turns into a bit of a bragging rights situation, mostly from one specific co-host on the podcast. But we haven't actually went into what the quiz is in more detail. So this is probably a good opportunity to talk about a bit about for somebody who's not been to the Scottish Summit or not been to the Scottish Summit pub quiz. Tricia, could you tell us all about it? Tell us what you can about it and what to expect for new listeners.
What I can tell you is that this is your opportunity to prove that you are the know-it-all of the Microsoft world. What the quiz is, it is as it says in the name, a Microsoft quiz. So it's not about business applications. It's not about Azure. It's not about Teams. It's not about even it's literally about all of them. It's every single thing that you can think of about Microsoft, including unknown history that you might have forgotten. Do you actually know where, Dynamics 365 F&O started its origins? Well, you might really want to read up on that because those kind of questions will appear in the quiz.
And I think, like you said it at the beginning, if I'm not wrong, that is to prove that you're a know-it-all on Microsoft. That's what you said?
Because it's across the entire Microsoft ecosystem, including Microsoft General History. And I was like,
geography, everything.
I have bragging rights. I'm in the winning team.
It's awesome. No, it's very fun. For those who didn't attend previous years, I would highly recommend to grab a ticket. It's a lot of fun.
It's always such good fun. Yeah.
The most important part of it is also the fun. It's just one crazy bunch of people together,
winning
shouting
and
things,
fun,
doing things, and just having fun.
Yeah. It's kind of like your opportunity to just like relax, let loose, and just like, because you'll be surprised at what you know, and you'll be surprised at what some things that you'll find out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've never finished it. I go every year and I never finish it because I'm so bad at quizzes. That one of the times my team ran away from me. One of the times I can't remember. And I've spoken about it on the podcast before. I went to the toilet, I came back and they were all gone. Because I am so bad at all quizzes. So I still go every year just to savor the atmosphere. There's loads going on. It's great fun. So
and this year, I think it's going to be mixed. If I'm not incorrect, it's going to be mixed with the award ceremony.
Yeah.
So we're still sorting that out. But yeah, it's gonna be a night. Everybody dresses up. You'll see Andrew Bibby in his traditional red sparkly jacket, which gotta help him. I'm sure that jacket must be, falling apart by now, but he still dons it just for us, me and Keegan with our red sparkly dresses. And I really want to switch mine now because like I am tired of that dress. So I probably switch it up to another red sparkly dress. But I do love sparkles.
I know. I've seen it. Good. So, in terms of Scottish Summit, you already shared with us how was your previous involvement and what you did in the past, and your commitment within this event. Looking forward to the next one. What are you going to do? What's your involvement there?
So I am going to. Can you guess what I'm going to be doing?
Speaking.
And about what?
Oh wait. Omnichannel?
Yes, I have a session about the new digital contact center. So the digital contact center was actually it's just gone into GA on the 1st of July. Literally, my birthday is in July, and I really think that Microsoft did this as a birthday present to me. So that's how I'm seeing this. I am seeing the GA of the digital contact center as Tricia's birthday present from Microsoft because this is like the best news I've had in like a long time. And I'm going to be talking about this at the Scottish Summit. Yeah, it's going to be epic.
Good.
And of course, the pub quiz.
And of course, the pub quiz.
Good. Besides that, is there any other involvement you're having? Well, this podcast, of course, but anything else?
I did. I don't know if I'm going to be like, I volunteered in terms of like helping to try and pick the sessions. so many sessions. There were so many sessions.
Yeah.
So many sessions. I was like reading. I did it on the bus. I did it on the train. I did it in like at home. Like I was just like there choosing
Oh,
sessions.
voting. Yes, yes. That
Yeah,
was
there were so
a
many
hard
of them,
work.
It was
so many
so
good sessions that it was really hard to choose.
it was really, really hard. And I was like, oh my God, but yes, but oh wait, yes. So it was really hard and it was just a lot. This year, yeah, we're gonna be focused on the quiz because as you know, everything works on the run-up time to the
Yep.
quiz, where you probably see me, Keegs and Bibby in the corner, still trying to kind of work on everything and make sure everything's perfect. And yeah, so guys, like we work a lot, we work very hard on it. So please, please, please get your tickets. We do have captains. We do have food. We have drinks, and we have an amazing, amazing event lined up.
And if I can add something to that, bring your phone charged.
This is true.
Please.
You do need your phone.
Yeah,
You do need a charged phone because you do the quiz through your phone, and no cheating. So don't use your phone to Google. We
No,
trust
we
you.
cannot. You cannot even do it. It's so
We
short
trust.
in
time is
time.
too short for that. By the
Yes.
This
time
is
that I'm
true.
typing, the time is done anyway. So
This is true, actually. You have 10 seconds to answer the question. But it's fun. You probably have the question in your head already, like the answer in your head. Just vote with what you think is right. You'll
and
be
Yeah.
even if
fine.
it's wrong, it's still just throw it out there.
It's fine. It's fine. No one judges you, apart from Anna, who basically will run around doing laps saying, I won, I won, I won. But it's all
Yeah,
good.
we just
Wait.
ignore her, so that's
Zoe
okay.
will do the same, and my
Zoe does.
entire team will do the same. So
But a funny fact is Zoe is my manager at work, right? So she's my what we call career advisor. Whenever you have a video call with her, she has her Scottish, like her
Yes,
Scottish,
I'm also, yeah,
like all of the quiz, how'd you put it? The quiz awards on the
the
shelf,
trophies.
the
yeah.
trophies on her shelf. Like, yep, I won. I am the winner. I am the winner.
Sorry, sorry. It's my mom that I told her not to,
Yeah.
but
Hi, Anna's
we
mum.
have to cut.
Hi,
We have to cut
mom.
it out. Estamos grabando un podcast, ma. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
That's
I
fine.
No
remember
problem.
my
We
mom.
just got had a crash course in editing, so
So
we can
it's
edit it out.
22. Saluda, por lo menos saluda.
Hi, mom.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay,
You've
so it
got,
was minute 21, let's say
No, just keep
21,
you've got
30.
to keep that
going.
in. This
Keep
that
it in.
looks
It's
that's brilliant.
funny. It's great.
It's community.
Yeah,
Okay, so sorry. Where are you?
No, but I think this year is going to be awesome. I think that it's interesting because I've never been to Aberdeen. So it's a new location. So I'm kind of looking forward to kind of like getting lost. I've always been to like Scottish Summit is the only reason I've been to Glasgow. So I kind of understand and know that area a little bit now. And now it's like a totally new area. And I'm like, okay, let's figure this out. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting to kind of like go around and figure that out now.
Yeah, definitely. Are you going on your own or you're bringing any guests? Like Dynamic
Um,
Minds?
I don't know because if my mom is coming, if my mom is here, she'll come. But it's either she's gonna come this year or she's gonna come next year. So whichever year she like whichever time she lands, she will join some community event and heckle me from the crowd, I'm sure, like last time.
For
She
for
does.
those, wait, your mom like she sang in the Dynamics Minds.
Oh, she
r-
did. Yeah,
So
she
2 years ago, uh, her mom was there, and suddenly, out of the blue, not planned, she jumped in stage, sang in front of everyone, the
did.
karaoke thing.
She sang Bob Marley.
So good.
Isn't it?
So good.
Yeah. And she's like, come with me. And I'm like, okay. No, but she really loves these events. I don't know why, but she went to the Scottish Summit. She's been to Dublin as well. She's been to the Norwegian Summit. She's been to Dynamics Minds. Um, yeah, she likes to travel and see people, and basically every single time we do it, and she goes to like she goes to some sessions without me, and she's like, yeah, I'm learning a lot. By the way, my mom is retired.
That's
Like
brilliant, though.
she's not building anything, she's not teaching, she's not doing anything, and she's retired. She's like, I'm learning a lot. We should put some of this together and build an app that does this. And she comes up with these ideas, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we can build it. Let's just write down what your use cases are. That's where we are. We are still today trying to work on use cases 2 years
I
later.
think that's testament to how relaxed and inclusive Scottish Summit is as well, though, that someone who's retired can come along and it doesn't work in the industry and really enjoy themselves and have a good time. And, like, as again, children can come along as well, and they're more than welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've had children in the quiz, which has been very interesting as well.
Yeah.
I was warned against it. I was going to bring mine, and Mark said, "Are you sure you want to?" Like, no,
Yeah,
maybe not.
it's like in the quiz, because the thing is, like, because the quiz is after hours
Yeah.
and everybody's like having a good time and drinking and it
Not
runs
always
late,
PG-13.
then it gets tired for them. Yeah. So it's like, put your kids to bed and then come to the quiz. Get a babysitter from the hotel, or get one of your colleagues or your friends who didn't get a ticket, unluckily enough, to babysit for you, and then come to the. So one of the things that I
All
really,
right.
really,
And
really, really wish to
with these
understand, because like
events,
when I go to
there's a lot of
Scottish
sessions
Summit,
going
I go
on. We
with
got the
two
pub
things in
quiz, we got
mind.
a word show, we got a cabaret. Just throwing it out there. But what are you looking forward most, and what do you think you can bring home from the Scottish Summit this year?
I go to see my friends because, believe it or not, pretty much all my friends will be there. Hi. And I go for my hugs and to catch up. But one of my blind spots is prompt engineering. Right now, I think like Copilot is the word. And now that I've got a breather to lift my head up, I'm going to every single session that's going to be talking about Copilot and prompt engineering. Pretty much every single session will probably see me on the front row with a
That's
notepad
great.
open, taking notes, like, okay, I need to figure this out. So yeah, that's my thing that I'm looking forward to.
That's great. I like the goal a lot.
Yeah.
I might copy you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come with me and sit in the front row with our notepads, and we can compare notes and see what we can do after.
Okay.
It is good to have a strategy as well before you go to these events, because it's so overwhelming and there's so many
Yeah.
good sessions that you get lost a bit at the time.
What I've learned is you don't have to push yourself. Like, you don't have to go to every session.
Yeah.
Choose the key sessions that you really, really want to go to and prioritize those, because I've seen people get burnout at these conferences because there's a wealth of sessions and so much to do. Like the conference hall, like the sponsor hall, you've got your friends, you've got food, you've got the location, you've got your sessions, you've got like, it's a lot. So like, you see your friends, but prioritize, why are you there? Why are you going? What sessions do you really, really want to go to? Make sure that you have them in your diary so you don't add, because that's one thing for me as well, especially if you're coming from abroad, the time zone. The time zone really messes me up sometimes. Not necessarily for Scottish Summit, but for other conferences where I think it's 2 o'clock and it's actually 3 o'clock, and then I miss my session. Put it in your calendar with the right time so you don't miss your session that you really want to go to. And then you utilize the other reason that you go there to network, to meet people, to see your community, to build your own community, and to see, how you can actually play a part or, support.
So, just before we wrap up, have you got anything else you want to ask, Tricia? Anna, Rex?
I want to ask you a question, Trish. He was already prepared. Promote yourself.
So if you like to find me, I think that was the question. I do have a blog called triciasinclair.com where I blog mainly about, you can probably guess, the digital contact center and customer service, and not frequently anymore, but I still have some DevOps squeezed in me somewhere, and it's coming back out. So watch this space. Towards the end of the year, towards next year, I will start to blog again about DevOps after my Dynamics Contact Center list finishes. I also blog about ethical AI, responsible AI, because of course Copilot, generative AI, it has an impact on pretty much society and the socioeconomic impact of people. And I'm actually interested in how technology impacts people in day to day. And with this being such a huge change, I started writing about this in context of customer service, but then it grew as I started researching more. So like it's taken a while, but I'm actually in the middle of researching for my next blog, which is more around the socioeconomic impact of AI. I've already written about the environmental cost and the I can't remember the other one. Yeah, the environmental cost, and I wrote about something else which I can't remember now, and it's my own blog. But the next one is going to be about the economic impact. So follow me, subscribe to my blog. My Twitter is at TassieJA, which is at TASSYGA on X. And I think that's it. Oh, and I can also be found on LinkedIn. I'm more responsive on LinkedIn, which is linkedin.com, and then Tricia Sinclair.
One of the things that you don't mention is that you got an award for responsible AI practices.
I did get an award for responsible AI at Dynamics Minds. Thank you very much, Dynamics Minds. Yeah, because I have been talking and researching quite a lot about that. So I did win an award.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well done, Tricia.
Thank you.
And thanks for giving your time up to join us this evening. For listeners and viewers, you can get tickets for Scottish Summit 2024 at scottishsummit.com/tickets. If you're viewing, it's right down the bottom of the screen. If you want to call with the podcast, get in touch with either me, Paddy Byrne, Rex Cohen, or Anna. I'm not going to try.
How do you say my last name?
Anna, it's in the outro.
Yes.
That's good. Anna Inés Urrutia. That's good.
Yeah. Until next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Anna Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their stories.